What country seems dangerous but really isn't? Rwanda is extremely safe. It has a stable government and a low crime rate. Geographically, Jordan appears to be in the midst of a danger zone. But it was safe enough to be visited by the amazing race less than 2 years ago. Jordan. Surrounded by danger, at least. Incredible country, with kind people. I would love to go back. Vietnam. For a lot of older Americans, its symbolism outweighs the changes it's gone through over the past 50 years. A few years ago, my cousin was traveling through Southeast Asia and had to reroute her trip due to some instability in another country, and her uncle and I had a good laugh about how she was like, just to be on the safe side, let's go to Hanoi instead. Serbia, Bosnia, Albania, and the rest of the Balkans. It isn't civil war in the 90s anymore. Rwanda. After the genocide in 1994, Rwanda was often associated with violence and instability. Today, however, it's known for its clean streets, low crime rates, and the government's efforts in ensuring safety and security. Romania. Seems dangerous, but violent criminality is pretty low. So basically most of the whole world is actually pretty, though the news says otherwise? Australia. The creepy crawlies here aren't that bad as everyone makes them seem. Transylvania. Anytime I go there I never get attacked by vampires. But the nurses at the hospitals are really aggressive with getting blood samples. Like, why did you need your mouth for that? The USA, most of it, anyway. There are dangerous parts of specific cities, but it's not the bullet-riddled, cracked-out wasteland media outlets make it out to be. If you're not in a gang or doing drugs, you're pretty safe. Pretty much every country has dangerous parts and safe parts, so it's kind of hard to answer this question. Vatican City in 1998, it had the highest murder rate in the world, but it has gotten a lot better since then. South Korea. It's a very safe place, but to my friends and family, aren't you scared about North Korea? Nothing is going to happen. Philippines, lived there for a little and never once felt unsafe. People are super friendly. There certainly are spots and you need to have street smarts, but it is safe and peaceful in general. El Salvador, apparently. The Philippines, especially our big cities. The most crime you'll likely encounter here as a tourist is divided between being scammed by a hooker and being scammed by police. The US. Most of the country has extremely low crime rates, they are just offset by a number of areas that are really fucking bad. UK, but they are super friendly. Mexico. Sure, there are parts run by cartels where I'd prefer to avoid, but most of Mexico is a lovely place to visit and the people are super nice. I felt safer on vacation in Mexico than I did in Florida. The US. I see on threads and articles online how people are afraid to visit here because of rampant gun violence. Unless you're going to visit the hood, your odds are incredibly remote you'd even see or hear a gun here, much less be threatened with one. China. A lot of people assume that you will just get arrested simply for being an American or other Western tourist. The government do not care about your average Joe tourist, you ain't that special. Lived here for 5 years and felt much safer than my home country. Kazakhstan traveled for 3 weeks last year. Canadian woman. Never felt unsafe. People are so friendly and helpful. Had an amazing time. Jordan. Australia. Our saltwater crocodiles are bigger and more aggressive than African Nile. They are miles away. Hardly anybody is stupid enough to go out into crocodile territory. It's safe here, low gun crime. Thinking Australia is dangerous is like thinking all Asians know martial arts. Uganda. Beautiful country and great people doing their best with limited infrastructure. Just don't be a gay person there. Haiti. No, just kidding. Stay the fuck out of Haiti. Rwanda. Neighboring DRC though is dangerous. Colombia. I go 2x a year. It's amazing. I was worried as hell when I went to Turkey having seen Midnight Express, but it is a wonderful country with pleasant people and would recommend 10/10. Mexico is often portrayed as dangerous due to drug-related violence, but many popular tourist destinations in Mexico, such as Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and Cabo San Lucas, are generally safe for travelers. Australia. Everyone complains about the wildlife killing you, but as long as you're in more urban areas, there's not much to worry about. I rarely see big bugs either. Taiwan was called the most dangerous place on Earth recently, which feels so strange and disconnected as I'm living here. People usually think Bosnia and Serbia is dangerous, but it's much safer than other European countries. Girls can walk at night without problem, never hear someone was robbed at gun or knife point. Most dangerous things happening is drunk bar fights. North Korea, as a state-sanctioned tourist. No one will fuck with you. Ever. Brazil. Just kidding, it's dangerous AF. Peru. Some bad areas are like anywhere else. But mind your business and keep your senses about you, and it's about as dangerous as Eastern Europe. Mexico. Yeah, cartels are scary, but if you don't mess with them you should be okay. Also, going after tourists is bad for business. Mexico, if you mind your business and don't try to get involved where you shouldn't, you would be safe. Petty crime is very low. Mexico. I've been there many times. I've never felt unsafe. As a matter of fact, I'm there right now. Pakistan. I think people have this idea that it's full of terrorism and everyone hates America there, but people were super friendly. The northern areas are some of the most beautiful in the world, and it has amazing food. It was one of my favorite trips I've ever taken.